Good afternoon, my lovelies. Hope you're well today. And if you watched the daily affirmation I already put up, then thank you. I appreciate that very much. I wanted to share an experience I've had with you guys that may help you figure out some things going on in your life that may be off balance. So we'll get right into it. I have been on this healing journey for a while, and I always try to make sure that I'm doing the best I can with, learning lessons and letting things go and trying to learn when I'm off balance and what I need to do to get myself back on balance or healed in that chakra or in that area of my life. Sometimes we don't even know what it's tied to. It could be some subconscious something from childhood or long ago, right? That's just kind of back in there that we have to get rid of. So in all of the work I've been doing on myself, there were still some areas that were off balance and apparently had been off balance for a while. A few of them, when we hold on to certain emotions in our bodies, it'll start to show physically, okay? That's why it's very important to let go of emotions, to not hold on. They say that, holding on to resentment and anger and things like that will only poison you and not affect the other person. That's why. It's because you're holding on to that anger and resentment for them, and it gets stored in your body in different areas. That anger gets stored in the liver. If you have liver issues, it could be related to stored anger, you not releasing it, you not be forgiving, letting it go, moving past it, whatever it is. So there are meridians in key areas in our bodies that our bodies, when they are at dis-ease, right, and are sore and in pain, off balance, things like that, sciatica. I mean, it's just a range of anything that comes up in your body that signals some type of pain or dis-ease, okay? That is a key that something is off emotionally in your life, and that's what you need to bring balance back to. It's nothing you did wrong. It's nothing, oh, I twisted my knee here, or it's from this or that. If you've been trying to alleviate the pain for a while, or take drugs, or have got surgery done on these areas and it's not helping, it's because there's still stored emotions in there that you haven't healed. You're not getting to the root problem of it, okay? So, bounce back to my issues, what were starting to manifest in my body physically, excuse me, got a little itch there, were I have a little bit. I have TMJ, and I've had it for quite a long time, and it's gotten worse over time. But to where that I've had to wear a mouth guard because I clench my jaws so much at night, okay? So that comes from stress. Now, I'm going to correlate this stuff to what's been going on with my experiences and how I've tried to heal it and bring it back into balance, okay? You can look up other areas, other pains, or other things that this may relate to, okay? Mine is stress and overworking and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to touch on mainly in this video. Anyway, so at night, being an entrepreneur for a very long time and always self-motivated and trying to expand my business and figure out new ideas and all of that stuff, I have pretty much drove myself into some physical pain with stress, right? Because I'm thinking about things all night. I wasn't giving myself time to rest, number one. I wasn't giving myself time for my mind to be quiet and to really be in the present moment to where I could be centered enough to not feel overloaded and overwhelmed, right? And just hear really my voice instead of hearing all these other voices of opinions of everyone else or the media or social media or somebody when I was 3 or 5 or whoever, it doesn't matter what it was, okay? Clear that stuff out and start to hear your inner voice, and including times when your body's telling you to rest, okay? I was overlooking things like that to where I thought I had balance in these areas because, listening to other voices, Gary Vee, which is awesome, motivational guy, I have nothing against him, but I was often hearing his voice in my head of, and this might not even be his voice, it's just what I was assuming, or I was, the perception that I was taking from his videos back a long time ago. was, oh, I have to get up at 5 and, trying to do the things the way that he does it, right? That's not the path for me. So getting up early and doing this and this, like I was just overloading myself every day with too much. And he may not do that, right? I may have just taken it that way. It's my perception, like I said, nothing to do of his fault. But the way that I perceived it is I put that on myself because I have been quite the perfectionist and overthinker in the past. And truly still now I'm trying to unlearn a lot of that. I've gotten a lot better at it. I have to give myself credit for that. But to move past that and to know that I deserve rest, and to take the keys and the cues from my body when it's telling me you need to chill out, you need to rest, stop overthinking, quiet your mind of, you can't work your body out at the gym 24 hours a day. So some of us do that with our minds and don't give it a break. So it ends up breaking down and starting to reflect, like I said, in our bodies. So another thing, again, with the clenching of the jaws, if you have that and it's sore here, that usually has to do with stress. Okay, you can go check out more on that meridian and what emotions are held in the jaw. But I had to really look at my schedule, and I wasn't giving myself days off, okay? Another thing that happened is I woke up one day and I had horrible vertigo. If you've never had vertigo, it feels like, if you ever popped your ears and then you feel really dizzy and like the room is spinning, that's vertigo pretty much. But vertigo comes on without any, not without any reason, but it's like kind of all of a sudden, for me, is how it happened, okay? You might have had it for a while, and again, no medicines or no remedies that anyone suggested or that you've tried have worked for you. It's because you've not gotten to the root of it, which may be stress, okay? So I woke up one day and to go to the restroom, and it was early in the morning, and I stood up and literally was throwing myself into the walls, not on purpose, but that's the spinning that was happening. I was knocking things off the walls, and I was feeling nauseous, and it was horrible. Pretty much I wasn't taking time for myself and allowing my body to rest. I wasn't sitting and thinking. It was always the next thing. What's the next thing I have to do? What's the next thing? My focus was all on work and money and things like that, right? My focus isn't on that anymore. My focus is on peace and calm and trying to take things slowly and be in the present moment and giving 100% into everything I'm doing, one task at a time, each day, each moment, each hour, whatever it is, okay? Because when I was trying to do too many things at once, I wasn't putting 100% into everything. You can't do that. Your brain is scattered. You're not focused on one thing at a time. So you've got to shut the phone down. You've got to shut the neighbors out. You got to shut the friends and family out, and sometimes shut the pet out for a little bit once they're taken care of, okay? And really focus on what you need to do for you. It could be a nap. It could be going to bed earlier. It could be waking up later. It could be working out maybe less during the week. Maybe you're working out 6-7 times a week and feeling just sore and overwhelmed in that area. Your muscles are sore and need time to regenerate and to be able to get stronger, right? You got to allow them to rest to be able to build a bit also after you've worked them out. So just find that rhythm and that flow for you. Mine is working out like 3 times a week is better for me than 5 or 6 like I was trying to do, okay? If you're not doing it from love, you guys, then it's not a true place. You're doing it out of need or out of some expectation of you're not good enough and not loving yourself in some area, okay? If you are working out 7 times a week and it's draining you and it doesn't feel good and you're sore all the time and you're tired all the time, you're not listening to your body, and it's, besides the soreness and the tiredness, it may start to reflect in other areas. The universe will give, if you're not going to take time for yourself, the universe will make it happen. So the universe pretty much threw me on my ass with the vertigo. I was in bed for almost 4 days, you guys. That's not normal for me. Like I said, I rarely would schedule time off for myself, days off. I would just go every day and be like, Sunday, okay, I kind of have Sunday off. But then I would still end up going and doing something instead of just chilling. Making myself sit and watch a movie. I watched movies those 4 days and I slept more in those 4 days than I probably have in the last 20 years, seriously, because I just never allowed myself to rest. You know what I'm saying? So now every time I've noticed that I start to overthink or go a little bit too fast or try to do too much, I'll slightly start to feel that dizzy feeling in my head, and I have to stop and slow down, breathe it out for a minute, right? And know that that's just a guidance system for me and from the universe that I'm doing a little bit too much. And then I correct it. I slow down a little bit. I bring myself back to the present moment. And that's it, right? We're back on track. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and just know that, you know, oh, another point I wanted to make too, of me not being, because I've, you know, usually have been by myself, you know, a lot of the time. I've been single. Even when I wasn't single, I usually had to kind of carry the weight of the relationship with money and finances and other things. So my point is, I've always had to do it by myself pretty much. And so I put a lot of stress and a lot of weight and things on myself to get things done and make sure everything was on point, right? When the universe throws you on your ass like that and you can't do anything but rest, you literally have to learn to let everything go, okay? I had to let go of if I paid a bill or not on time. I had to let go of if money came in that day or not. You have to let that shit go, you guys. You can't control it. Plus, the life that I'm manifesting, or was manifesting and manifesting, is me working less in a day and getting to create more and explore more, right? And not working myself to death every day. That's not what I want for myself. So I also have to allow that change to happen and those energy shifts to come in. So part of that is me resting and letting the universe help and having trust that the universe will take care of everything while I'm taking the time for myself, okay? So you have to let go of that stuff too, guys. Any perfectionist in the world is not gonna end, and your whole shit ain't gonna fall apart because you didn't pay a couple bills on time. It is what it is. And whatever is removed from your life, nothing you did wrong, it's removed for a reason, and it's removed because there's something better coming in. You just have to be willing to let it go and go with the flow and make sure you're taking care of yourself first, okay? I think that's it. I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. If it's stuff affecting you physically and you're stressing out and worrying yourself, I wanted to touch on this keynote that maybe you just need to rest and let go and just let the universe help you, let God help you, right? If you've asked for help and you're not getting out of the way, and then this is your confirmation and your validation that maybe you need to, okay? Don't wait till it gets to the point of physically affecting you to where it puts you on your ass. Like I said, if you're not taking time off for yourself, it'll be made, it'll be done. And forced, and not in a way that maybe you're wanting it to, okay? So make sure you're doing that for yourself so that it doesn't have to be thrown in there and knock you off balance all of a sudden, okay, and out of the blue. So I love you guys. I hope this helped. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.